Man, this ground is super hot, man. I got a permission in this 1920s house. The back and front yard. I just got here a few minutes ago, and I tried to dial my Equinox in, and it's having some problems, man. So is the Simplex. I have to have it at lower gain. Just crazy EMI here, man. Just crazy EMI. Crazy EMI, man. I gotta figure it out. Oh man, try to cycle through the frequencies here, see which one it is. I think it's 20. It's low frequency. I think it's 10 kilohertz. It's 5 kilohertz. It's giving me problems. It's 10. Nope. So I'll just run it at 40 kilohertz, I guess. I have to get 21 gain. Just running really unstable, man. I know there's coins down there because I just took the Simplex and smacked a couple coins out here. I haven't dug them up yet, but I know there's a dime around here somewhere, right? But the Equinox and multi-frequency is just not going to cut it. See, I'll just set it down there for a minute, and it'll just start going crazy. I even had to noise cancel 3 times just to get it to run that stable at 21 gain. Right? Actually, what I'll do, let's try this. I'll try this. Where was it at here? Get it pinpoint again. The Simplex is performing much better than the Equinox right now. Of course, them being that close to each other, it's not going to happen. Just shut that thing right up, and I'll put my cap on it because I did charge it last night. Go like this. Grab the DEUS. I gotta empty my freaking iron out, man. I'm getting out of hand. 4 buckets. 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets full. And a bunch of iron up there. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. I know there's a lot of coins in this area. I just was getting a lot of mids and highs. Just gotta dial it in, right? Oh, come on. There we go. A little bit muddy there. That's just a DEUS for you, though. Okay, let's try this here. Let's try the DEUS. The only good thing that I've found a good use for this thing is this right here. Putting that right in there so I don't lose my cap. It's not really good use for anything else. Okay, go yes. I'm in deep mode. I don't want deep mode. I want hot mode, man. I want some hot stuff here. Hot mode. Ground balance is just a little bit off here. All right. It's deep. Just like I thought it was. But it's reading up high, man. It's reading up nice on that coin right there. Look at how straight that line is right there. See what? I'll show you. Show you how straight that line is. All the way around it. See? It's a coin, man. It's obviously a coin. Right? Let's dig this one out right here. Oh, the ground is so hard. Okay, gonna go about this a different way here. I'll find it again, even though I did lose it a little bit. This is what I was afraid of, this grass being really thick here. Let's see, where was that before? You gotta dial your detectors in, right? It's a copper penny right here. Right there. I've just become one with this DEUS, man. Just in a week that I've had it, man. It resonates with me, man. Is it a weedy? Most likely it's gonna be a weedy. Yep, it's a wheat penny. First target's a wheat penny. Sweet, man. This place is gonna be loaded. There's a lot of targets in this area back here too. But I brought my SIMPLEX for the homeowner used. She wants metal tech really bad. She's getting her hair cut right now in her house. My roommate's giving her a haircut, or she's dyeing her hair.
What was it?
Wheat penny, first thing. Lower conductor there. Just swing over fast here. All right. I don't know what the heck that is. It's lower conductor. Something right on the surface. Some junk there. I'll put that in my bag. This one sounds really good. Right here. This is my first silver coin with the DEUS. Right there. Oh man. That sounds killer, man. Oh, dude. Is it silver? I think so. Bring it on right there. It's gonna be some shiny right there. Right in here? No, it's not shiny. Some junk, some window. It's a window clasp. It might be a hinge too. I'm not really sure, it's just junk. I was hoping it was a silver. But the rain clouds are coming, and there's a rain cloud over there that's kind of scaring me. I only have a raincoat today. Oh yeah, baby. Oops, I just dug off the side. Made a kind of a weird shaped plug there. Right there. Oh, it's deep. So that modern junk that I just dug up, that aluminum, that might be a bad thing. My Equinox over there is going crazy right now. It's right there. Some more junk. Yep, some modern junk. It's a big chunk of lead, man. Look at this little bend. See that? Big chunk of lead. That's a good thing. That's a good start. I want to be finding old stuff like that, not that modern aluminum trash. I got to go turn off my Equinox because it is just not doing well in this spot here. You can just go off right now. I'm gonna try the SIMPLEX for a minute, right? See if I can smack some goodies out here. Got the carbon fiber shaft on it. This is the first time I've used it. Well, actually, no, I used it the other day in the dump. This SIMPLEX is so much heavier than the DEUS. I mean, they're just a world apart with weight. See, it's scratchy. I'll swing the DEUS over that thing right there. Swing the DEUS over it. See what it sounds like. Right here. Nothing. I'm getting a whisper. It's junk. I'll even go up with my gain here. Just crank it up. I'll dig that up. And I'll turn my gain back down because it's gonna drive me nuts being up that high. I'll dig this out with a Simplex and I'll show you. Right here. The depth on the Simplex is awesome, man. But it's just really scratchy. It's probably gonna be a nail. It sounds just like a nail. It's gonna be deep though. It's just beyond the depth of this coil can go. It's gonna be deep. Nope, it's junk, right? It's junk. It's just really scratchy. But I do have the Equinox or the DEUS on right next to Simplex, so the Simplex is not going to perform very well with it being right next to other detectors right there. It's a nail. See that? The DEUS just completely rejected that target because it's iron, right? The DEUS does really good in iron, man. The Simplex, you know, you get those high tones. With the DEUS, I've dug up very few nails, and I've tested it between these machines here. And the DEUS just rejects those nails, man. All you hear is the iron tone. You don't get those high tones like these other machines get on most nails. You know, in most circumstances, you're gonna be passing up a lot of more nails with the DEUS than the Equinox and the Simplex, especially the Equinox. The Equinox is really prone to that. You know, getting those high tones on those nails, man. Especially that 6-inch coil there. But you just learn what to dig and what not to dig up. With the Simplex, it performs very well for a single frequency machine, man. You saw that, you know. It was smacking those coins just out, just like the Equinox. Well, the Equinox didn't really do very good here. You know, you're running that situation, and that's why I bring multiple detectors with me, right? Because I never know what I'm going to encounter for the day. And let me wipe this lens off here. I never know what I'm going to encounter for the day, and you got to use the right detector for the right situations and the right conditions. That's why I bring multiple detectors with me, because I run into this a lot, especially doing permissions. That's why I have a shovel with me. You know, usually I don't dig with a shovel on permissions like this, but I know the homeowner, and I can use my shovel. Well, I didn't really ask her, but she's going to come out and dig with me later on. She's going to need the shovel. I brought an extra digger and an extra shovel for her, and an extra detector, whatever one she wants to use. But having a weedy like that, my first signal, that's a really good sign that this place is probably loaded. It's a pretty small yard right behind me. You know, I was getting a lot of EMI in that back part there, right where I'm parked at. I kind of didn't want to park there, but it's the only parking that she has for me. And because you can find some awesome relics where people park at. Where people park at, they lose stuff out of their vehicle when they get out of their car. And I'm going to go through these beds here too. There's a little bit of ivy there. You can see just a little bit of ivy there in the corner, but you know, there could be some relics over close to that fence. This old shop here, there's a big door on the back side. I want to hunt over there on the back side, that big door there. And then I can do the curb strips in this neighborhood too. The curb strips in this neighborhood are just freaking loaded with silver and relics. It's really old relics, you know, from the 1800s. I found a lot of relics in these curb strips around here. And now that I got the DEUS, you know, I can cut through that iron and not dig up so much of the rusty nails, you know. And I figure it's like 3 different categories that I dig in. I hunt in different sites. You know, I hunt in 3 different sites, and I take a different detector for these 3 sites and different coils. There are sites where I'm trying to find objects that have either been lost, you know, like parks or schools, you know, like jewelry and whatnot, or coins, stuff that's been lost. And then the second category is stuff that's been hidden, like treasure. You know, people bury treasure in their backyard, and I'll use a different detector and a different coil for that. And then the third category is stuff that's been dumped, you know, like relic dumps, or just dumps in general. And I use a different detector for that. And I can tell you right now, I have quite a few hours on most of my machines. The SIMPLEX is going to perform pretty good in most of those situations, except for the dumps. You know, you got what I'm trying to find. You got certain situations. You have things that have been hidden, you have things that have been lost, and you have things that have been dumped. And you use different detectors for those different situations. The SIMPLEX will do fairly good in most of those situations. The Equinox, it can do very good for like coins and in parks and schools. You know, if you put a bigger coil on it, it'll go deep. You know, I would say just about as deep as a SIMPLEX, but you'll get a lot of deep iron with both those machines. With the DEUS, it thrives in the dumps, man. It thrives in the iron. There's no other machine that I've ever used that it can just cut through that iron like butter, and all you hear is just the iron in the ground, and you can separate the iron between each iron target. You know, a lot of these detectors that, you know, are fast recovery speed. Sure, they can recover fast from a higher conductive target to a lower conductive target, like if it's in a naily spot, like a coin in nails. But the Equinox, it has, when you're going over a bunch of iron, it's like boom, 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 boom. It's all like one tone, right? With the SIMPLEX, it's like a chatter. A lot of it's like cracks and pops. You know, it crackles and pops. That's what I call it. And the DEUS, you can hear so many nuances with the iron. You can tell how deep the iron is, how big the iron is, what shape the iron is, if it's next to a higher conductive target. That's how awesome the DEUS is in relic dumps. And I use all of these detectors for different reasons, and or for different sites. And I try to figure out the detectors in new sites. You know, I want to try to use the Equinox in the dump. I want to try to use the DEUS in the curb strips. I just want to try to figure out other areas that they thrive in. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.